friends, welcome to Spirit Says So Tarot for another timeless message from Spirit. This is about who is talking about you and why. So we're going to ask Spirit to narrow down who needs to hear this message now. So when this message finds you, it was meant to be seen by you. So Spirit, would you please guide us? Who needs to know that they're being talked about and what is being said about them? Please provide divinely guided messages, and please start with who needs to hear this message now. Capricorn. All right, my beautiful Capricorns. Ouch. That didn't really hurt. I'm going to go ahead and move this down onto the desk. And we'll go ahead and get started with who it is. Oops, I almost forgot. How many people, Spirit, how many people are talking about my Capricorns? So we have 3. So we're going to be looking for some details to help guide you on who it is that is speaking of you. They could very well be speaking highly of you as well. We don't know yet, but we will. So I'm just going to grab a few of each color here. Actually, 2 of each color. And then a couple of selected white cards. All right. I feel like we have enough message cards that I was guided to pull for you. So now we are going to go ahead and just put this to the side. And let's start off with what type of career, or I guess this will help us decide what type of person they might be that you should be looking for. So 1 or 2 or 3 of these people are in the armed forces, and 1 or more is in law enforcement. Okay. Gray, silver, or thinning and balding hair for these individuals. 1 or more may have brown hair. Hazel eyes and colored contacts. So I bet the gray and silver probably has hazel eyes, and the brown may be wearing colored contacts. Armed forces and law enforcement, talking about you. Okay. So they dress depending on the mood, multiple fashions, which if they're in the armed forces and law enforcement, that would make sense that they would dress in multiple fashions. Casual yet classy, same thing. If these people are in the law enforcement or armed forces category, more than likely they're going to be some classy dressers. So you could be dealing with earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, possibly, or cups. Oh, I read this wrong. So they could be on the cusp. So good luck with that. You could be dealing with multiple personalities there. All right. So let's see. So what kind of money do these people bring in? So 1 is an equipment operator, or 2 or 3. Tradesman, landscaping, construction. Equipment operator very well could fall under the armed forces category, as well as tradesman. Okay, so that would make sense there. And currently out of work, but will succeed. So at least one of these people, one of the three, is currently not working at the time that you are seeing this reading. One or all three are in touch with their feelings, understanding, they show patience and compassion. That very well could be Taurus. Tauruses are, while they're bullheaded, they can be compassionate people. Kind of lost at the moment. So that would make sense with the person that is currently unemployed. Determined, wants to meet the one. We'll see where that falls into place. 1, 2, or 3 are looking for spiritual connection. This may or may not have anything to do with you, Capricorn, but that's what 1 or all 3 are looking for, and looking for support. All right, so we got a little bit of scuttle. Isn't that funny? Scuttle on the people that are scuttlebutting about you. Again, we don't really think that it's negative. It could be, and we're going to find out. So I am going to be pulling some charms here that's going to help us determine some details on the people that are talking about you, or maybe even why they're talking about you. And I pulled quite a bit because you have quite a few people talking about you. So let's get all of these cute, glittery shapes out and about. So these all came up. I feel like all 3 of these people feel that you have a very sparkling personality. I feel very much that this is about you. With the different shapes coming up as well, you tend to, I want to say that you tend to fit in no matter where you are and who you're with. So the pineapple is, of course, about friendship, welcoming. I've also seen a representation of the pineapple as being a king, and the top is the crown, with all of the bling in this, which goes with this bling. This is my bling piece, in case you haven't watched my other readings. So I feel like you are the one who is welcoming. You have a sparkling personality. At least one of the people like you that is talking about you, if not all of the people. So I feel also that this belongs to 1 or maybe all 3 of the people. With flamingos, they are very outgoing, very sociable birds, but they are not very committed. They do have a problem with commitment. They usually change mates every year. Let's see. This charm here, I feel like you are in the middle, and the people that are talking about you is this cage on the outside of this beautiful charm. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that. I feel like this is another piece that represents you, but outside of this cage. It's very sparkly, again, very outgoing. So this is just actually a button. It is, I feel like it's very textured, and I feel like it's very uniform, which would fall under the armed forces or the law enforcement. But I do feel like this is a very uniform button, and no strings attached. If you notice, there's nothing on it. I feel like this charm here, this bead, represents those that are talking about you. I feel like there might be some jealousy with at least one of the people. And this beautiful charm has this gorgeous flower in it. And I feel like this may be part of the topic when you are being discussed, that they feel like you are pure and friendly. So let's keep going. We're going to go ahead now, and actually I'm going to pull one of my own cards before I pull from Alice the Wonderland. Spirit, can you please provide divinely guided messages for my beautiful Capricorns who are watching this reading, for the time that they are watching this reading? Who is talking about them, and what's it all about? Who is talking? Okay, I got two here that wanted to stick together. So blind love and heart wants what the heart wants. Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit more of an idea. So before I even do the tarot cards and the next oracle card, I'm just going to put this out there. I think that the scuttle that's going on, the people that are talking about you, actually all like you. They are all interested in you. I'm really feeling like at least one of them has a very pure thought for you. Can't really say about the other two. I kind of feel like two of them, at least one of them, is someone who is not really, they're not speaking poorly of you, but they're not being as classy as they could be or should be. So let's keep going. Spirit, would you please provide divinely guided messages for my beautiful Capricorns at the time that they are viewing this timeless reading about who is talking about them and why? We have three people. Okay, I think more than one card came out, but that's all right because we have more than one person. So we have, you are rare and free. There are not many like you. So that would explain the attention that you're getting from these three people that are interested in you. Choices, feeling blocked, restrained. We'll figure out what that one's about in a little bit. So we have, you are rare and free and choices. And the people looking at you are possibly in the armed forces or law enforcement. One or two, I'm thinking two of them probably have gray, silver hair. Maybe one has gray and silver and the other one has thinning, balding hair. One has brown hair. You're dealing with colored contacts, hazel eyes. All right. Let's see. But one of these three people is out of work. Maybe that's the same one that has a fresh mouth. Huh. Let's see. Blind love, heart wants to heart. Heart wants what the heart wants. Looking for support. That's probably the one that's out of work and probably the one that's talking scuttle about you and not being very kind. And another one's looking for a spiritual connection. So maybe there's two that are actually looking for a long-term relationship with you, or perhaps maybe they're just actually looking for their twin flame connection or their soulmate collection. Take it how it resonates. We're going to go ahead and use the Late Seers Tarot to actually do the reading for you. Spirit, would you please provide divinely guided messages for our beautiful Capricorns who are currently watching this timeless reading about who is talking about them and why. It's too many. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit. Please provide divinely guided messages for the highest good. Take you. Okay, you came out first. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. All right. So, beautiful Capricorns, at the time that you are watching this reading, you are actually open for new love. You see this? And then you get the Page of Cups right behind it. So you are definitely open for new love. You have put yourself out there. That is probably why you have 3 people looking at you, talking about you, possibly gossiping about you, saying how fine and hot you are. Again, at least one of them knows kind of being a shyster. And he's not, or she is not very classy. Their intentions aren't bad, but there's somebody that you probably should stay away from, because there are better people out there that have good intentions for you and see you as something more than, now that I think about this with the flamingo and the going from mate to mate, I almost think now of this being a stripper in a cage, and that's how this sicko thinks of you. And they might not be a sicko, they might actually be very nice, but 1 out of the 3 just doesn't have very good, classy, nice thoughts about you. And you know, if you're the type of person that don't mind dirty thoughts or dirty speak, and don't mind people talking rudely about you and crudely about your body, then that's fine. But if you do mind, look out for that person and stay clear of them. Maybe set them straight. Spirit, can you please continue to provide guided messages? Thank you. So you have been seeking spirituality. You have been reaching out to others, maybe with more experience in the love field than you. You may be either from a fresh breakup, and if you're on the rebound, please give yourself time. But if you have been single for a little while and you are definitely ready to play the field, I think seeking advice, and even, you know, you taking this and watching this reading about who's talking about you plays a part into this card showing up too. Because you are, by viewing this reading, you are actually seeking guidance from Spirit. Okay. Yep. The Tower, which is a destructive card. Something has happened in your recent past that has really turned your world upside down, and not in a fantastic way. And I feel like you have healed from this. So this is from your past, and this is where you are now, and you are open, and you are ready, and you are seeking love and guidance from others. So the 5 of Cups, your recent past after this destructive moment, you, understandably, you kind of had a woe is me moment. I look at the 5 of Cups as being my cup is half empty versus half full. And I try to change that for you, turn it around. So in recent past, you had been reflecting only on the negative aspect, but you are currently open for that new beginning, the new love coming in. So good for you. All right. So let's see here. So So yeah, so in the future, which actually could be just minutes from now, from the time that you're reading this, you are going to be balancing some things in your life. The Crystal Pentacles are about Earth. Now, it could be, this could very well be representing the Earth signs that we pulled for you earlier, because if I'm not lying to you, yes, you see, Spirit guided me to pull this Earth card for you. Now, this person could be on the cusp too. Remember that. But at least I feel like with this, at least 2 of the 3 people are definitely Earth signs. So it could be a Taurus or a Virgo, or it could be a Capricorn. And you are going to maybe be juggling a couple, getting to know them, a couple first dates. Let's see. Spirit, please. Thank you. Yeah. So this is your attitude. Sorry. The 3 of Swords. You are still a little hung up on what happened back here. Even though you are open to new relationships, you are still hung up. And that could be part of the scuttlebutt that's happening between these 3 people that are all interested in you. And I feel like all 3 people know each other. You know, maybe you yourself, my beautiful Capricorn, are in the law enforcement or in the armed forces, or you work with an agency that works closely with those departments. But all 3 of these people know each other. They all know you, you know them, and they're all talking about you. But I feel like 2 of them are saying kind things because they want to have a relationship with you. And these are the 2 that you're going to be juggling, I feel. So others see you as the Queen of Swords. So while you might be open and you might be looking and discussing at least one of these people, and you know, now that I'm getting ready to say it before it even comes out, this flamingo person who thinks of you in a dirty way, right? I'm going to call this the player, and this is the stripper in the cage on the stage. This person. So while the Queen of Swords is a very good card, it means generally that you have your act together, you're very intuitive, you're very intelligent, you can guide others. It's also, she's kind of a cold queen. She would be more standoffish out of the 4 queens. This also could represent infertility. But that's not what I'm getting from this. I don't feel that this card is actually you. This is how this player sees you. And see, I've got the flamingo turned upside down, which is where he needs to be or she needs to be, because they don't belong in your world. Sorry. That's how I feel. All right, a couple more message cards for our beautiful Capricorns. Spirit, can you please continue to provide messages? How is this going to work out for my beautiful Capricorns and the people that are talking about them? All right, I'm going to take both of you. So we have the Ace of Wands, which means Spirit is telling you to go with your intuition. Stay with your drive to meet somebody. Okay, Spirit's saying don't dwell on the past here. Okay, turn those around. All right, and Spirit is also saying the Knight of Wands, you are going to be having a message come in, and this message is probably going to be from one of the 3 people. Now, normally the Wands represents a career path or a business, but it does also represent creativity and drive, motivation, and intuition. So this could be someone coming to you, one of the two people that are very interested in you, and you are just going to need to listen to that message as it's coming in and think about the new beginning or beginnings that may be offered to you. Balance them out. Hopefully be turning this half empty cup into a half full cup and just shedding your past and moving on for love, because you do have choices. That is very evident, and you are rare, and that's why you have so many people interested in you, my beautiful Capricorn. So I believe that is where we're going to leave it for you at this time. I hope this resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments below if it did. Please like this video, share this video if you know any other Capricorns that might benefit from hearing this. And I will catch up with y'all later. Until next time, take care. Bye.